broke my heart. Chike, you big bad.
Yeah, I'm worried, you know.
Can you move on?
Yeah, but it's not. It's not. It's it.
Let me reduce this one to the very small.
What happened?
Mm.
I'm good. I'm not good. Is my good?
Okay.
Oh, I can even pause this thing here.
Oh, you have Prime Video,
I don't know how it's used to show. Maybe because I'm connected to your Wi-Fi.
but you have Prime Video.
I don't know if I have.
Mm.
I've paused it.
Mm.
But you cannot pause it.
I don't have the app at all.
I don't have the app.
Is it an iPhone?
This is my Samsung phone.
I wanted
Even
to.
like them do no some.
Yeah, once you're connected to our Wi-Fi, you can.
Even
pause,
them do know I can do it to know something now. Pause.
Okay.
Yeah, I think somebody. You're welcome. You're welcome. I can see. I'm just trying to wait till like it's 7 Nigeria time. It's actually 8 o'clock here. But I'm waiting. No, it's fine. I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine like this. We are all right. We are all right. Yeah. So it's remaining 6 minutes. We have to wait for. Live chat.
Will you be able to read the live chat?
I can always bend sometimes and see.
Oh, okay. Can you take that?
I have a lot and lot of questions. Sometimes when I just look at those questions, I'll be like, hey, where do I want to start from to answer people? Like, imagine see the question somebody was asking me. Is it possible to earn 33,000 SEK after completing bachelor's in molecular biodesign? How am I supposed to do that one? Look at that kind of question. How will I know how much you will earn? It's something that you cannot. Sometimes people will tell you to migration, and I'll be like, you people should ask migration. So
Migration market.
I think Lee Shopping has released their
Yeah,
scholarship
they
list.
released it. Was it not yesterday? Because I had to send it to Mommy Ryan.
Did they pick?
So it's SI.
When will SI even come out? It should be this April now.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe next week. Yeah, that's what most people will be waiting for. I was once in your shoes. Oh my goodness, we're waiting. Now when I look back now, the pressure is getting worse. The pressure is getting worse. I remember the day SI scholarship was supposed to come out, and on the normal day by 12, you're supposed to have seen the list. So me, over anxiety, I just rushed to their website. When I heard that the list is out, I just rushed to their website. I went to go and click for the previous year. So I was now searching for my number. I didn't see my number. I was like, but God, we did not discuss it like this. I was so heartbroken. So I just left. I said, so you SI scholarship, I did not win it. After all the confirmation, what is wrong? This we just told me, go and check the year. I said, which am I checking again? I already opened scholarship list. My name is not there. Which year do you want to go and check? And I went back, and I saw that it was previous year. And then I now saw that they maybe they re-uploaded the list, And I saw that, this is our whole list. So I now opened. I can't remember.
So
my name was on number 7.
How was the excitement seeing your name?
Hey! I was in my mom's shop that day. I saw a number. Maybe I saw my number. It was number 7. I can never forget. My name was number 7 on the list. You see that I check it very well. Is this my strategic? I have strategic number. It's my number. I'm seeing. I could not hold it. I ran home. I started screaming. People were asking what was my thing. Nothing. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong.
That's joy, I understand.
Oh my goodness. It was such a but I thank God, Sha. I thank God. I actually applied for Lee Shopping scholarship. I didn't get it. I said, I beg you people.
That Lee Shopping scholarship, because I applied, so I didn't get this second one too. I applied, I didn't get
also. Yeah, it's I think it's 7 o'clock already, but it's 8 o'clock here. That's like 20 here, and that's 19 in Nigeria. So you're welcome to this live today. The main reason why I chose to be on YouTube live is because I put up this post and I was like, okay, I want to come on YouTube live to answer a lot of questions, because I feel like if I do a video, I won't be able to answer most of all these questions. I might forget. Most times we forget when we do videos and all. So like I'm on live now, I can easily answer questions. And here with me is my friend. If you've been watching my video, you would know her. So she migrated to Sweden with her family, and then she was a fee-paying student, because now you are done paying school fee. Yeah. She was a fee-paying student, so she can actually answer a lot of questions. So that's why she's here. But while I'm waiting, I don't know, but maybe we should start with if you have your question, you can just put it on the comment section so that I can just pick from there and all. Okay. Okay, so let's just be asking. Okay, so yeah, somebody asked that. This was like 3 hours ago. Somebody asked like, "Hi, Bosinola, thank you for all you do. Please, if I intend to move with my family and I cannot process their resident permit when I'm doing mine, can I apply for them after getting to Sweden?" Let's answer that first. Like, do you get the question? The question is, like, if she's processing her own resident permit and she's not processing for her family now, that after she gets into Sweden, can she still apply for the resident permit?
Yes, it's possible, but it's a bit dicey, because from people's experience now, yes, it's possible that when you get to Sweden, you can actually apply for your family. But most of the cases we've seen is that when the main applicant gets to Sweden, then you now later, because the visa duration they will be giving you will be 1 year most of the time if you are not attending these pilot universities. So now, if they give you that 1 year and you come, when you now apply for your family, the situation has always been, oh, migration will get back to you that why don't you wait till when you are renewing, when you want to renew
The
the
next,
next year. So
yeah.
that's why it's
Oh,
not always advisable to.
yeah, and for me, I will add that the best thing you will do for yourself is to just apply for your family. Even if they will not move in with you, just let them have that resident permit. Because once you come and then you apply later, of course, yes, you can apply, but it takes a longer time.
Yeah.
They might not even, migration will never answer you. Sometimes more than a year.
Yes, very true.
You understand? So the best thing is apply for them, get it, because once they get it, even if it expires in Nigeria, why before they come, all you now have to do is do renewal, extension, the normal
Yes,
extension,
extension you do.
which does not that take that much time also. Or maybe they even move in before the 1 year
Yeah, expires
expires. That's even the best
preferably.
thing.
Yeah.
That's even the best thing, because now they'll be here, they won't be like they are waiting again. So the best thing, Sha, is to
So
please, once you're applying, please apply for your family also.
yeah,
Even if they will not move in, you will not move in together.
together.
They can come on a later time. When you came, she actually came alone. After like
A
a
month.
month, then
Yeah,
our family
she came in. Yeah,
came in
but we had
also.
all applied together. They already had their
Resident permits,
residence permit
and
cards.
all.
Yeah.
So that's the best thing for you to do, to just wait, to just apply with the whole family. And the next one is also, can I still process it a year after getting to Sweden? I think we've answered that. You can still process, but it takes a longer time. Thank God admission is out. Most of you will be applying for your resident permit now. You will see why it's good to apply for your farm, because Swedish migrations, they waste a lot of time on so many things. It takes them a longer time to do most of the things. So once you have the opportunity for them to undo your case, please put the whole of your case there already. So that by the time they are attending to your case, they are attending to your family.
Everybody.
Because once you come into Sweden, they will now start doing investigation on those your family again. You will now start submitting document again. So it's like double effort. So to save yourself stress, just do everything once and for all.
Then I think I want to add to what Bosinola said. Just as she said, it's always advisable that all of you apply at the same time, because these are the two reasons. Number one, if you all apply at the same time, is the main applicants that mostly go for interviews, and the rest of you, they will just call you for biometrics. But if you say you want to wait a year after, they will call your dependents
Yeah,
for interview.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that is then. Secondly, again, by the time you want to say you want to do extension, like that 1 year extension, the truth be told is that by the time they answer you, the time left, say, for the card to expire will be
Ah,
like
thank you
maybe
for saying
five
this.
months.
Yeah,
So why would you want to go through that stress? So it's always
yeah,
preferably that you guys
yeah.
apply
Yes,
together.
I think while you're talking, I remember another point. Now, another thing is, if you apply for your family later, when they move in, even if they get their responses, once they move in, they will not be able to apply for permanent personal
Personal number,
number,
yes.
because their resident permit will not go up to one
One
year
year.
anymore. But once you apply together and their resident permit is 1 year, even if they come into Sweden 6 months later, so far your resident permit carries that 1 year, you can apply for your personal
Personal
number.
number, yes, yes.
And personal number is a lot here. Everything is centered around that. It's just like normal social security number, like the US and maybe Canada, maybe, and the
I
UK or
even think
something.
Sweden really take their own personal
Hey,
number highly more
than
than
other
those
countries.
social, because
You
someone is practically useless. You can't work,
you
you
can't
can't
do
open
anything.
bank account, you can't do anything.
You can't even pay house rent
You can't pay house rent. You'll be looking
without personal
for.
number or the bank ID.
You can't. You
It's
can't.
crazy.
You'll be
So
looking for
please,
someone. Yeah.
please, I'm begging you. I don't want you to stress yourself. Please just listen to everything. We are talking from experience and what we've seen from people. Please just listen. I understand that most of the time why people do that is because maybe proof of funds, and but if you can try, please do
Just
try.
try. Yeah.
Please try.
And also, lastly, again, we are already here. The truth is that because it's not an English speaking country, to get job is kind of difficult, because there are jobs, that's the truth, there are jobs, but some of these jobs will require you to speak Swedish, and
Swedish.
you can't. And the school year is tough, so come, if you have a family, the best way you can say you guys really quickly want to get back on your feet is by coming with somebody that, while you focus on studies,
Yes,
the person can be
yes.
working. But if you say you want to come alone as a student, the job you can practically do are most of the time night jobs, and those night jobs you need to wake up early in the morning again to go to class. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's hard.
difficult.
It's difficult for one person,
Yeah.
but once you are two, at least one person will be hustling left. Even though you two, you will also, you understand. Imagine your dependent doing like two jobs, earning,
Mm-hmm.
and you doing one. That
Yeah.
mean like your money is coming from three sources. So for you to source for school fee now for tuition will be kind of easier compared
Easier
to if
to
you are just
one
one
person.
person.
Yeah.
So that's why. And then the next question she asks is also, does the comprehensive insurance coverage given to me by my school covers my dependents, or I would have to buy the insurance coverage?
Mm, for that, I don't think, I'm not sure, but I don't think the insurance covers your spouse. And the reason why I'm not sure is that since we've got here, we've not had cost to use the hospital, like go to the hospital. However, for the children, they are fine. Once your children have personal number, it's free healthcare, whether there's insurance or not. So for that health insurance, but I don't think it covers your spouse. However, I've not tried it. We've not had cause to like go to the hospital to know whether we have to pay or not.
I think it covers for spouse because number one, the insurance thing. Why insurance is, you will see that if it's 1 year masters you're coming for, I think they are not covered with insurance.
It's 2 years.
So I think it's 2 years, and that 2 years is because you would have your personal number.
Number, yeah.
That's why when you come into Sweden, if you're doing like 2 years masters, your dependents can go to free school because of that
Yeah,
personal
yeah,
number.
yeah, 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 that's true.
Once you have your personal number, you don't pay tuition
Tuition fee,
fee.
yes.
So that's why insurance covers. If your dependent goes to the hospital, once there's personal number, they
Yeah,
won't
they won't
give,
charge, yeah.
they won't charge. So I think if it's for 2 year masters, it's covered. That one I'm sure your insurance covers for them. Okay, yeah. So another person asks that, please ma, must I pay my fees from the same account of the proof of funds?
No,
No.
it's not, because so, like the first school fees I paid, the first two school fees I paid was through Form A, and it was not even from my account or someone related to me at all. It was entirely from a third party. So it's
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's not compulsory.
Um, Another question I have here. If you have your question, please you can drop it on the comment section so I can just view it from there. Um, hey, no, 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 no. Cancel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why this thing is.
This is
Has refused to go. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So the next question here is good day, ma. Checking the conversion rate and naira redundancy. How does one convert naira over there, ma? I have been hearing some people saying I have to convert to USD first, and that is a suicide mission already. Please shed more light. Thank you. You should answer that.
What does she want to use the naira for in
Maybe
the?
for tuition.
Okay, she
Maybe
doesn't.
number one, maybe you should talk about how you can how you get your money paid here, how you can pay tuition fee, all the money things.
Okay, there are different ways you can pay your tuition fee, but the first one is through Form A, but right now Form A is a no-no in Nigeria. I don't know what's wrong with Nigerian banks and CBN, that it takes all close to 3 to 4 months to remit for me, and that is the cheapest. But the fastest one is if you have someone you can trust here. Please note that word trust. Then we have different apps that suggest the conversion rate from sec to naira. Don't let the person use dollars for you. It will be way expensive. If you can, we have transfer go app. You yourself, you can be checking. Check transfer go app, remit choice. So
No, continue.
so that way you guys will know the exchange rate the person wants to sell for you. So what you just do is, oh, we have an agreed exchange rate. Oh, I will sell the sec for you at 69 naira. So peradventure maybe your school fees is around 40,000. So you know that you are doing 40,000 times 69. So you credit the person's Nigerian account, then the person will automatically help you pay your school fees here. Then I know some people were saying through card, but I don't know much about that because I've not tried that.
Which card?
I know some people in the group were saying then domiciliary accounts too.
You can pay your
Yeah,
tuition from
you
it.
can do if you have a domiciliary account in Nigeria. So what they just do is, that means you already have the dollar equivalent in your account. So what they just do is to transfer. But those are for those that have the domiciliary accounts and they already have the dollar. But if you don't have the domiciliary account, that means you need to go and open a domiciliary account and buy dollar at black market rates, which at the end of the day, if you get somebody here to help you do it, is almost the same thing, or maybe this one will even be far cheaper than dollars.
But I think, are you sure transfer works in Nigeria?
Okay, like
All those third party app, does it work in Nigeria?
I don't know, but even if it works, because I know the way transfer go works now is that you can't even, if I want to do transfer go, I can only transfer from my account here to my account in Nigeria. I cannot
Yes.
transfer
To
to your
other,
other.
yes, I've
So I don't
noticed.
think that's my work.
So if they want to pay tuition now, for me is the first option.
Yeah, but it's very, very, very slow. I have people, even me myself, tried it for my last tuition fee. Since I tried, I started since was in October. It didn't go through till January, so I had to pay it over here. So it's difficult, very, very
I'm
difficult.
coming. Let's quickly answer this question. This person said, are seasonal agricultural jobs available?
By the word seasonal,
Agricultural jobs, I don't know in Sweden.
I think it's also because when we moved to Sweden, I had a friend in Malmo that that's why I said this question is, she had a job working in gardening with gardens, but because gardens are only very active during summer period, and those summer period is short, so that means so.
Yeah, that's why, because in Sweden, did they really do agriculture? Okay, yeah, agriculture is of different phase. Anyways, they are like plant and animal agriculture. But in plants, do they do plant agriculture? Because most of the things they eat, they import them. They import them, because I remember there's this course we did about food. We went to most of the supermarkets to check all those vegetables and all, and we discovered that most of them they are imported from different parts of
Part
the
of the country, yeah.
of the continent. In South Africa, a lot of. So I don't think, the only thing that I know they plant more is carrot and potatoes.
Carrots,
And Irish
potatoes, apples,
apple.
pear.
Do they even plant the apple? Apple is just like God giving their own God giving apple and pear. Yeah. I'm not sure about certain agricultural. I don't know about agricultural jobs. I don't know, but I do know that they have like hydroponics. They have hydroponics. They have all this urban agricultural. Sorry, urban agriculture technologies. I know they do have, but I don't know if they are jobs. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and most of their these hydroponics, they are mostly managed by the owners themselves. Like,
Themselves, yeah.
because my thesis was towards that line.
Yeah.
Most of the people that owns gardens and all that, they manage it themselves because they see it, because that summer period is a time they can come out, do what they want. So rather than sourcing the job out, they want to, like, it's a time to freelance and all that. So.
Thank you. So the person that asked this question, that I've been hearing some people saying I have to convert to USD first. You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. No. Somebody asked me and said, how much proof of funds in total do I need to prove funds for resident permits? I think it depends. It depends on your family. It depends on how many kids is coming with you. But if you're proving your funds, you don't have to prove it's tuition, right? It's just only your living
Yeah,
expenses.
yeah.
Yeah. And right now, the living okay, wait, let me see. Glad to be here. But since I sent you a message almost 2 weeks ago, but you didn't. Anyway, I got. Oh my God, don't disappear. That disappeared. Anyway, let me continue what I'm saying. It said, oh, that has. Okay, yeah. So it depends on how many of the family member. But right now, for you yourself, your living expenses per month is 9,450.
Yeah.
So that 9,450 multiplied by 12, if you're applying for a 12-year, no, 13 months resident permit, that multiplied by 13 months. Now, if you have kids, so each child is 2,000.
2000. I'm not sure, but I can check.
Yeah.
Let me quickly check.
Each child, I think migration will even, migration is to tell them how much you will prove, right?
Hmm. I think you
Calculate
calculate
it
it
yourself.
yourself.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Each child is 2,363 sec.
2,360. Let's say 2004,
400.
roughly. So per child, multiply by 13. The other person multiply by. So you add everything together.
Yeah.
That's the proof of
Then if
funds.
you are using your Naira account to convert it, just use the conversion rate on sc.com. It will give you
Okay.
the conversion rate for sec, because the conversion rate on sc.com is always lower
To transfer go and
yeah.
all this
So
third.
that sc.com is what migration use. So you just put the total amount. When you calculate the total amount, just as you said, just put it on that site. It will calculate the
Yeah.
amount in naira you should have.
Yeah. And the person that messaged me, that just sent a message like, he said, is there any age limit on dependents? If a dependent is 18 years, is there age limit? If it's like
Hmm.
18 years.
I think there's a clause to that one, but I don't know the clause
Yes,
right now.
because I've not seen somebody who came with that,
Mm.
children with that at that age.
Because they believe children at that age can make decisions for themselves. So I think
After
there's
showing money in your account, do you still need to show your sponsor document statement? You don't. No. In Sweden, you don't use sponsorship account for proof of funds. You use your personal account.
yeah.
They don't accept sponsorship accounts for. So if you have a sponsor, tell them to transfer all the money into your account, and then when you're filling your resident permit application, you make an explanation of how the money came into your account. That okay, it's for my sponsor, this is what my sponsor does. Because if you don't put those explanation, sometimes they call you for interviews, sometimes they start suspecting some things. But to be on the safer side, just put out the explanation even before they ask you. Okay, this money that came into my account is from my sponsor, and it's from so and all. Is there age limit for study for those above 40 years? No, there's no age limit for studies. It's ageless. As long as you can read and write, or you have your result and everything, is
Yeah.
ageless. Yes, I was saying that if you've messaged me in the past 2 weeks and I have not responded, please, I'm sorry. Right now, I'm a master thesis student, and it's taking a lot.
Oh.
You can bear witness.
Yeah.
You
It's a
can bear
lot.
witness. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm sorry, please. My husband got admission in Lille. Tried reaching your Facebook, but you didn't respond. We need help regarding accommodation. Did I say that right? Please, if it's accommodation, right now go to Amsterdam um dot
Understand?
se, I think.
Yeah.
Amsterdam or Student Bostada. Please go and register on Student Bostada, and then create an account on Amsterdam and start checking from today. Anytime you see any house vacancy, just please apply. Single parent with dependents. Single parents with dependents.
That one is dicey because on migrations, when you are filling the application, they will ask all these questions. Are you the sole guardian of this child? Are you? So maybe that one might require some level of consent. Single parents.
from the dad, right?
Mm.
I think I've read that before.
Because even the international passport, even the child does not have the international
Uh-huh.
passport.
Because yes, this thing you're saying is true. When I was applying for my husband to come here, there's this form they send to you. It's on that form that do you have children? Who is the custody
Yeah,
of that children?
yeah.
Are you coming with the children or you're
Is it
leaving the
shared
children?
custody
Or
or yeah?
yeah. So there are a lot of there's nothing that is not possible. We have single parents that are here with
Yeah.
their children. One thing I will keep saying, regardless of how your situation has formed, I'm not a migration consultant. I don't work with them. But one thing I know is they're always ready to respond to you. If anything, if you are confused of anything, please send them an email. If you have a case officer, you can send them an email and request for your case officer. So anything they need, if they ask you to give them anything and you don't understand, please ask them exactly what they are trying to say. They will explain to you. Or if you are confused, you can ask them. Send them an email. They will tell you what they want. Okay, I don't know if I've been able to answer you that much, but I don't want to give you wrong information.
Information, yeah.
So it's better to just play safe and all. Mm. Somebody was saying that, hello ma, please can you refer me to, yeah, okay, wait. For you that want accommodation, I'm sorry that I keep a lot is going on in my head. I did a video on how to get accommodation. Please go and watch that video. So the Amsterdam I'm calling, you might not know the spelling. The spelling is on maybe the description or in the video. You will get the spelling there. So just go and register, create an account, and start monitoring. You can even subscribe to their newsletter. So anytime they have vacancy, they always send you an email that they have vacancy. So you can always apply like that also. Somebody said, hello ma, please can you refer me to a housing agency in your shopping? Do you know any housing agency in your shopping? Do you know if Amsterdam is there?
Oh.
Please,
But I
let's
think
check.
Amsterdam is everywhere
No,
because
it's not everywhere.
because I know when. Let me check.
Amsterdam.
Because he always asks location.
Yes. You want to feature?
I think so.
Yon shopping they have.
They have.
Okay, so there's Amsterdam in Yon shopping. So you can register there.
Yeah.
I think it's best for people to start quickly looking for house now because very soon it will start getting worse. The pressure will start getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another person asked that thank you so much, ma. I'm glad to have watched this. I got my admission offer to University West last week and I've completely been lost as to what to expect from where to start. So what is the starting point? The starting point is to go and apply for your resident permit.
No, pay tuition fee first.
Okay, sorry, you pay tuition fee. Hey,
The starting
man.
point, and the earlier you pay, the better. Because once you apply in June with migration, just it takes the grace of God for them to answer before school starts in September. And once school starts in September, because most schools in Sweden give cut off dates for you to come in, like, oh, this is the last day when you can come in, register. And some schools will even require you to be physically present before they mark you, do roll call for you. So it's better. The first step now is to pay. After you pay, once your school confirms your payment, you apply. Please don't apply for residence permit without paying your tuition fee, because migration, there's a way migration has access to all the total number of students that have applied, that got admission, and they know those who have paid. So if you apply for residence permit without paying, it's a no.
So they will reject
Yeah,
your
it's an automatic rejection. So please always pay for your tuition fee before you apply for residence permit.
Thank you. Okay. After paying the first installment, of the tuition fee, do you need to prove that you can pay the second installment in your bank statement, or you just need to show the required funds of the Swedish immigration?
You just need to show the required funds.
Okay. So you don't need that. You just need to show just the required funds. You don't need to show your second installment. All you need to show is just your expenses, living expenses. That's what they are. They know that if you come here, if you don't pay tuition, university will report you. So they don't bother you with that one. It's the living expenses they know that
They,
they are so particular. So they are not particular about the tuition.
but I will always advise, like, if your living expenses requirement is maybe 3 million,
Yeah.
just put an additional 1 million.
Okay.
Yeah, just put it, just to be on the safe side, because sometimes some case
Yes,
officers
so.
can be very, very dicey.
Mm.
I have a friend that she applied last year, and the maintenance requirement she put was the maintenance requirement for last year. Do you So
Oh,
when the case officer is replying now this year, the case officer is saying, she meanwhile for this year the maintenance requirement for
has
2020
increased.
has increased.
Yeah.
The case officer is now saying that you ought to be for this year, meanwhile the person
As you apply
applied
to
last
last.
year. So those case officers
Yeah.
can be, so just always try to be one step ahead. If they say 3 million, you can just put,
Yeah.
like, remember for us, I think our own self, we even had like 2 extra,
Mm.
though our own was even partly due to like miscalculation on our part.
Someone was saying that, you know why? Someone was saying that the reason why you have to have mom like, because they expect you to go back home. If you want to go home, how will you go? How will you buy your ticket? So so they just assume that you're supposed to have your flight ticket back home on that money. So if you don't, if you have that exact amount, they might probably reject. Hey,
It's always very good.
these people. Hello, darling. Hello, hello. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. For SI scholars, when are we going to be giving the flight ticket and first stipend? Oh, okay, yeah. For SI, you're expected to for oh my goodness, is this a spam? Okay, wait. For SI scholar, what is they won't pay you until you get into Sweden. Once you get into Sweden, there's this card. The day you resume, they would have sent your card to your university. And SI would have sent you the name of the person you will ask for once you get to your, what do they call, student USET, administrative block. But they have a name where they call it. So they would have given you the name of the person that you will contact and even the phone number. So the day you get into Sweden and you get to your university, what do they call it, their house now? The student house. That down part.
Students who say they call it.
There's a name they call it, oh. I forgot. But it's just like the administrative block of the school. So you just ask for that person, and that person will give you that your SI card. Inside that your SI card is your flight ticket and your stipend, everything. So you have to activate it. SI will give you guidelines on how to activate it. Then after you activate it, it takes like maximum 1 week for you to start using. But mine was almost immediately. So they will tell you maximum 1 week, but within 1 week you will get access to that. But if you are still in Nigeria, you can't access the money. Somebody wrote, I want to eat your mangoes. This was me a spam. All these people that used to spam somebody's video. Yeah. So I hope I've answered your question. So let's continue with the ones on here. Okay, somebody asked and said, is bank statement from local banks or is it Swedish banks? If you're in Nigeria, it's your Nigeria
Yeah,
bank
bank
now.
now, yes.
But once you come here, because one thing with Sweden is, if you're in Nigeria and you're applying for your resident permit, they give you 1 year for schools that are not pilot programs. So now when you now come in into Sweden and you want to do extension for another 1 year, because once your permit expires, you need another 1 year. Now you will prove funds again. So that time you cannot use Swedish bank if you have money in the Swedish account. That time you cannot use, and you can also use Nigeria account also.
And I want to say that, in addition to what she says, please, that bank statement, don't print the bank statement that comes from to your email. Like, sometimes when we transact, we get our bank statement. Don't print from your mobile banking. Please walk into the bank, tell them you want statement for embassy purpose, and please make sure they stamp and sign the bank statements. Please, very very important. And for every bank statement you submit, they confirm it. So please just try to do the right thing as much as
As
possible.
possible. This person said, for SI Scholar, how soon will they pay the school fees? I got admission into your shopping university. The deadline for school fees payment is a week after the list of SI winners will be announced. Okay, now, once SI confirms you as one of their scholar, you don't have to worry, because automatically SI will send your name to migration to university. You have no problem. Let SI worry about that. You don't have to worry about how they'll pay your school tuition. It's not your government
You
children.
don't have problem.
You don't have a problem. Forget about that one. How they pay it is none of your business. I don't even know how they paid my. Oh yeah, I was still in Nigeria when they paid my. Yeah, I was in Nigeria, but you don't have to do anything. They know the deadlines. They are aware. They all work together in Sweden. Migrations, Swedish Institute, and the
These
universities.
universities.
All of them, they work together. They said as the list is out, all admission list is already sent to migration. So they work, so you don't have to worry about when your tuition will be paid or not. It's none of your business. Just sit down, relax,
And
and chill.
enjoy.
And chill. You okay? Another person said, for SI scholars, so this means we have to pay for accommodation ourselves because most want down payment. It's tricky. This was what I did in my own time. I didn't pay. I emailed the landlord and told him that I don't have money, because it's Sweden that is telling me to come and study. Now, I told them, I said, I don't have money to pay for accommodation down payment. I sent my scholarship offer and everything. I sent it to them and they agreed. So it was when I came in, after I got my money, that I paid them. So that was what I did. Based on my previous question, how will that work with applying for resident permit, since you won't be giving money until you arrive? I already said it, that you don't have to worry. Once SI pick you, your name is already with
Yeah,
migrations.
very easy.
Don't worry, they understand. You know that when you apply for resident permit as an SI scholar, you don't pay that charge. You know you pay charges now when you apply for resident
Visa
permit.
fee.
Yeah, that visa fee you don't pay, because you already know your name is already with them. So once you are filling your application on their website and you name that you're SI scholar, they automatically waive out your visa fee. So they know. Don't worry yourself. You have no problem. Once you are an SI scholar, you don't have any.
No,
no
yeah.
no no All you need to do is, please go and apply quickly. Immediately the list come out, go apply for a resident permit quickly, so
Quickly.
that they don't delay you, and at the end you will not lose the scholarship. Because it happened to somebody
Yeah,
last
yes.
year, that the person eventually lost the scholarship. Once you don't get into Sweden when you're supposed to get to, SI will cancel the scholarship. So please apply quickly.
I think in addition to what she said, once SI list is out and you see your name is there, just go migration backup, log in your
And
application,
apply.
and go and sleep.
Forget about if money or it's none of your business again. No, it's none of your. It's none of SI will pay. If SI will even give you because when you come in, by the time you get your card, you have excess money. At first, they will pay you. You get like almost. Is it 40,000 sec? That's like 4,000 euros or 60,000 sec in your account, like 6,000 euros. So you have enough money.
Better government speaking.
So don't worry yourself. It's only people that has school, university scholarship that can worry, because then they still have to prevent living expenses. But for SI, it's sure, don't worry, just sleep, apply and sleep. In fact, resident permit does not take long. They just approve you within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You've gotten your resident permit.
Because
It's
there's
so
nothing
fast.
that they are checking.
There's nothing they are checking. They will not call you for interview. They will not call you because SI has already screened the hell out of you.
Jesus.
I mean, those people can be so crazy. Yeah, I think we can go to the next one. This one says, "Hi Faith, thanks for taking time to do this. Is there a way?" Okay, somebody wants to connect with you. He said, is on that video we did. He said, "Is there a way I can connect to you or your guests, as I have been given admission to Liu and will be coming in autumn, but we love to come with my wife." My friend is here now. I don't know if you're alive. Or will you call your Instagram handle in case anyone wants to reach out to you?
Okay, okay.
Just
Yeah,
say,
Ty, just normal T and Y underscore Odeyemi,
okay, let me
Odeyemi.
just reply this
Yeah.
person that you can reach her. Hmm. Say why underscore
Yeah, Odeyemi.
Odeyemi.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Okay, so we can move on to next. This person said, "Hello, hello, sister Bosinola. Did Sweden accept HND to study in Sweden? Do they?"
For masters, no, I don't think so.
I think it's no. They don't take PhD. I say PhD. Oh
You're
my
going for PhD.
god.
Studying
They don't do HND. No, they don't take HNDs. BSc
BSc.
and BTech. Okay. Somebody, I think a lot of people are asking questions about proof of funds. This person said, "Concerning the proof of funds, do I need to show proof of my 2 year course school fees, or just proof of fund for my living expenses?" No, it's just for your living expenses. You don't show proof of fund for your tuition. You only show proof for your first instrumental payment. That's only what you show. So you don't show for you don't show proof of fund for tuition. It's just for living
expenses.
expenses.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's
Let's see. Okay. Okay. I think most of the questions are just repetition of. Do you have anything to add? Any advice that you can think that they need to know that can be really helpful? Because I know that right now, by the time you start applying for your resident permit, the pressure is going to be worse.
yeah. I think just as you said, my advice is just that for people, I it, the truth is we are all praying. Everyone is praying to get the SI scholarship, but the truth is not everybody that is going to get it. By now, you should have plans. Okay, if I don't get it, what do I want? Do I still want to go or no? If you still want to go, I think by now, even before the SI list comes out, please try to source the funds for your school fees. So if SIDs come out, oh, and you got it, fine. If it doesn't, if your name is not there, then please try to source for your school fees. Just have it at the back of your mind that latest by May ending, please just apply for your residence permit, because June, these people don't joke with their summer period. That's the
Hey, yeah,
truth.
they go for summer break.
They will go for summer break and they don't mind the people waiting on the list. So please just try, because schools here, they have deadline. The reason why I even had to leave my family behind and come was because Lynn Shumpin told me, if you don't resume by September 13th, you will forfeit your admission.
Hey, and once you cross that line, they will inform migration. These people,
Yes,
they don't waste time.
they will inform.
Any little thing they will inform. So migration will now ask you to present your certificate of registration, right?
Yeah, they will ask, what are you even coming to do? So I could remember I had to resign. I traveled on Saturday. I resigned from office on Thursday. It was that crazy. So please, so just to avoid that rush hour, just it's better you are here early, trying to get in, be familiar with your new environment, than
Yeah,
having to
to
do the
rush.
rush hour thing.
And somebody said, "How long do you need to keep the money for your proof of funds into your account?"
Till they answer you. In fact, some cases sef, even till you get your residence permit. Okay, let me put it this way.
Oh my goodness.
Till you get, because before your residence permits come, your
Decision.
decision come, till you get your decisions. Because I have had cases of where people, because they will, for people that don't get SI scholarship, is either they tell you to come for your interview, or biometrics. If you are going for interview, they will ask for that updated statement. another statement. So it's very, very, very advisable till you get that mail that your case has been settled, your application has been granted. That's
Ah,
when you know you are free.
these people can call you out of the blues.
And tell you to send
Even that
statement.
was interview. If you are going for interview, these people will call you out of the blue and say, send us your account statement as out of today.
Yes, so
That date, and if you return money to the person who owes money, what will you be saying?
it's always preferable. Keep that
Even
money.
if you are in Sweden, they are rejecting people resident permit in Sweden. These people can be, hey God.
Just keep the money there.
Just keep it there till you get your decision. That's the safest thing to do. That's the safest thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you still have many questions, you can keep asking, because my friend, she's a family woman. She might want to go and cook for her husband. Okay, somebody said, hi, Personola. I will appreciate if you can help me on this question. I am a current student in University of Gave, but my resident permit issues was rejected. Hey, I appealed the appeal. Okay, I appealed. The appeal was rejected. The reason was because I shouldn't apply with family because I am not a resident yet. So I appealed alone. What do you think I should do?
Wait. The person is a student here.
Yes,
already.
So they now rejected the person resident permits.
So the person applied for extension. We need to understand this case very well.
They said I appeal. Hey God, said my resident permit was rejected. I appealed. The appeal was rejected. The reason was because I shouldn't apply with family because I am not a resident yet.
I think after this section we need to call the person because I don't understand the question.
Yeah,
not residents yet. I
How? I don't understand that question.
How?
I don't understand the question.
Or if the person can resend the question again.
Please, I don't understand the question. This person is in Sweden. This person can send me a DM. Please, if you are watching this, please send me a DM. Somebody said, hello, Bosinola. I just got to know you that you are also one of the SI scholars through a video interview. Okay. Please kindly do a video to share your SI story with us. I will do that one later. I'll do that one.
A question.
Okay. Thanks, Bosu. Did they call your references during the waiting period for the SI scholarship? My references, I've not gotten any call. Just wondering what the waiting period was like for you. No, my references were not called. They were not called. But however, I've heard, I don't know, I've not seen, but I've heard people say they call randomly. But for me, they didn't call. Yeah. And the waiting period was, I was under pressure.
Pressure.
I was under pressure.
Jesus.
The moment admission for came out, the admission for university, that's the first criteria. Get admission on that day, on that first day. And I saw that I got admission. I was happy. But then the scholarship result, it's not easy. Waiting period, it looks like 1 million years. It looked like 1 million, but at the end, God showed up. God showed up. So there's nothing. It's hard, but we move.
Could we see you?
People keep asking about accommodation. Please, another tips about accommodation. Wait. Exactly. Pressure. Please, did they email them to because I am worried? No, they did not email. Even if they emailed them, you should. I was not even worried about references because even if they called them, they were the one who gave me references, so they should be able to. But I understand where you're coming from because sometimes a reference will just tell you, go and do it yourself. You understand? But I don't think they call. I don't think they send email also. Hello, please. What is the standard room for family of 4? How do you register your kids in school? Thank you. So
okay, for a family, okay. Firstly, as a family, you are not you cannot stay in corridor room, especially a family of four.
Hmm.
So the best thing you do is get a normal family accommodation. But because you're a student, you can get like 2 rooms. Because you're a student, 2 rooms, I mean a living room and a room.
Okay, with two
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, because you
Yeah,
are a
in Sweden.
student.
Are you sure?
If you want to apply for work permit, that is when you now need to upload. Oh, because for work permit, you now the child, they expect that the child must have
Own
their
rooms.
own room. But as a student, there's still a little bit of consideration. So 2 rooms, if 2 rooms, if you can afford 3 rooms, that means a living room and
And
two
two
rooms.
two bedroom.
2 rooms is good.
Yes, that's what they say in Sweden, because sometimes when you want to look for accommodation, you might be confused. When they say 2 rooms, it means living room and bedroom. They count everything as rooms. When they say 3 rooms, is one living room and 2 bedrooms. So that rooms, 3 rooms, there's bedroom in sorry, there's living room in
In
that three
that,
rooms.
yeah.
So that's how they
and
just to put that out
for
there.
and for registering these kids in school, let me talk from my own experience, because I think it's on a city by city basis. I know of a friend that she was able to register her child in school from Nigeria. She's in Scovde.
Where's Cove the North?
I think it's close.
She was able to do it from
Yeah,
Nigeria.
but me, I couldn't. So it was when we got here, because for everything about here is personal number. That's the issue. Because normally, if you have a personal number, you should go to the shopping commune and register them. But because we were new here, we didn't. Just take those children to the commune. There's what they call, every city has a commune,
Municipality.
municipality. So just take them there. So they register them manually, and they will just basically ask, where do you live? Oh, this is the area I live. They will look for schools close to your where you live, and just place the children there. And
Children there.
normally, especially in this shopping here, they assign like an advisor, let me call it that way. They assign an advisor to you that will be following up with your case, that you can be emailing, oh, my child, when will school be available? The person basically is liaising between you and the commune.
Commune.
So the person is like your lawyer, will be advocating with you on the commune that this child needs to go to school. And once the school is ready, the person will be the one to tell you that, okay, the school is ready, this is the date your child is starting, this is when you are to take the child to school for like a general introduction. So but for that one, it's really a stress-free process once you just follow the pattern. So
I'm trying to go into my Instagram to see some of my DMs if I can, because those ones I just mentioned are just Instagram comments. Let me see if I can apply to. Sorry. And do they have to pay for the children?
okay, another question. Okay, for the
Oh, that
children,
left. Please send that question again.
for the children
I didn't see that quickly.
yeah, for the children, they don't, it depends on the time they are staying. Normally, school period is between 8 to 12. So for that 8 to 12, you are not to pay anything. But once the child is going beyond 12 o'clock, because Sweden is a very good country in the sense that their school, they call something preschool, they call something school. Now, the preschool, from the age of 1 to 5 years, they go to preschool. So, and the school, you can drop them as early as 6, but from 6 to 12 is free. But they now expect that from beyond 12,
You have to pay.
you have to pay. However, what you pay depends on your salary. You declare your salary to the municipality, so it's just a percentage of your salary you pay. But it's not the amount is not so much. Like for our 2 kids now, I have a school in preschool, I have one in school, and
What do they call that school?
for scholar for scholar and for the
Oh, first scholar means first school.
for school. I don't
First
even know the
school.
meaning. I sha know they
School
call it
land,
for
yeah.
school. So, and for the two of them now, like averagely, the time I registered, I will be picking them is 4 o'clock, 4:15. So, and for the two of them now, we pay less than 1,000 crowns
Less than for both of them.
for both of
That's
them.
quite
So
cheap.
that's quite cheap.
It's cheap.
So it's, and they feed them.
You give them food.
They give them food almost 3 times daily.
These children, eh?
They enjoy. In fact, when they go there, they don't want to come home.
They don't want to come home.
They don't want to come
I
home.
said them twins. If they want to go and pick twins, David will say he's not coming.
Oh.
They will say he's not coming because they used to
They
play.
used to play. They will another.
Yeah. He said, when you are coming with family and as winner of SI scholarship, will the proof of fund for spouse and kids be in the applicant account? Yes, it's either it's in your applicant or the spouse's account, right? If you are proving funds.
I think yeah,
Yeah.
that can work.
Those are the two. It's either your own per account or your spouse's account. It's those two. It's on that form they told me. It's either I use my account or my spouse's account. Those are the only thing they accept. So it's either your account or your spouse's account.
Yeah.
It's fine. Uh-huh. Yes, somebody asked me in my DM a lot, but I'll just pick at random. The person said, I want to know if we can use all these proof of fund people that put money in someone's account. Please don't be offended. No, I'm not offended. What do you mean? All those people that help people proof of funds, can people use it?
Like, is it those microfinance?
Yes, it's
Just with Sweden application, you need to be very careful, because if you are printing statement and it shows the money comes once, bam, like 10 million,
yeah.
they will ask questions. And also be careful of the descriptions that people that you want to get these people, they should not go and put description loan.
They should not put loan.
Yes, now for when you print statement, there's a place for description. Be careful of those descriptions. Loan from, no, don't let them describe. Yeah, don't let, just be very, very, very careful. Be careful of huge deposits especially huge deposits that is not from your spouse. Be careful of it. Then be careful of descriptions too.
Okay, somebody asked, oh, love. Can someone be pregnant as an SI scholar? That question is kind of tricky to answer. Of course, they will not say you should not be pregnant, but there's a clause to it. In Sweden, once you are a student and you get pregnant and maybe you give birth or maybe about to give birth, they I think they tell you to take a leave because they won't want you to be heavily pregnant and then be coming for lectures. And once you take a leave and you have to inform SI. So now once you inform SI that you are pregnant, except you don't want to stop school, but if you are pregnant and you stop school, because like that you will miss your credit, so it's better to just inform SI that you want to take a break. And once you take a break like that, SI will inform migration, because those break time, SI will not pay you. SI will now inform migration. Now migration now will now ask you how you want to leave for those months. If you cannot provide proof of funds, they'll say you should go to your country first and come back. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's so complicated. That's why I was careful. I don't want to get pregnant in school, because the problem of telling SI, and once you get leave, once you are pregnant and you get leave, is 1 year in Sweden. They give you 1 year leave. So those 1 year now, SI will not pay you for that 1 year. SI will inform migration that they've stopped paying you your leave. And then migration will tell you to. So if you cannot prove forth for how you want to live for that 1 year, migration will tell you to go to your country. Once you are giving the birth, you come back and come and resume your scholarship. So that's okay. No. Can fixed deposit and bills be used as proof of funds?
Yeah. Hey, this one is dicey. Oh, I've not tried it. Don't let me give a wrong proof. I've not tried it, but I don't know. I don't know sincerely. But sincerely, I will advise you. Why don't you liquidate that money from fixed deposits
Yeah.
and just put it in your account? But I don't know. I've not tried it. I don't know if it's possible. So
So that you can be pregnant though. You can be pregnant. You know how we do our thing in Africa. You can be pregnant and not disclose. Someone said, but please, most of the housing sites are in Swedish. Please translate it to
yeah, you can translate.
English. Download Google Translate on your phone. You
I
can
think
translate them to
even
English.
when you open those page on the website, there's a place on the left that is said
Left, those
transfer.
three dots. Let me try and open it.
That it will show translate.
Let me open those. Let me open Amsterdam, for example.
Another.
It said, if my husband liquidates his stocks or shares and credit to his account for proof of funds, will it be acceptable? Maybe you should read it
Once
so that you can understand.
once he liquidates his stock, it comes in form of cash. They say cash deposits now. Yeah, I think it will be acceptable once it's in his account. I think yes. Once he liquidates it, that means that there's a monetary value of it. I think so. I think it should be.
You can be pregnant. I'm just thinking about you can be pregnant and not disclose, right? You know how we do it in Africa.
Form strong.
Yeah. So you can wear heavy clothes. My lecturer will not notice. Even if I put to bed, boss, my lecturer is not living with me. So I don't have to, it's my own thing to disclose or not. So I don't think that should be a problem. But
Now the stress involved
the
is
stress, it will be too much for you. Yes, it comes as cash.
yes.
The stress, because Sweden education, hey,
They would drill you.
you yourself with once you come in, if you have a plan to be pregnant, me too, I plan that maybe after 1 year, and when I look at how it's going,
Then
there's not I want to cope.
in addition to what she says,
ah
it's not like Nigeria where
hey,
you have someone that you can drop the child at home
with
with when you are going to school. So
I don't
about
know if you know about Kalmar housing. They mentioned 3 month notice, which I don't really understand. No, I don't know which school is that. Which
Kalma,
school?
or
Oh, Kalmar. Okay.
the 3 months. Sorry, the 3 months notice that you are saying. If I understand, there are some housing that if you want to leave, you need to give some notice
Okay.
to the landlord. So maybe that's what the person saw. Like you
It's
like
boys.
the house where we had now, I think you have to give the company like 3 months notice. That means 3 months earlier you should have written to them that I want to pack in the next 3 months. Except if you give them notice shorter than that, you keep paying.
You will keep paying.
They
See,
don't.
this is Amsterdam. Oh my god. How do I show this? This is Amsterdam. Wait, let me see. He said, please, can you help me to look for accommodation in Skovde? Is this Swedish? I cannot pronounce it, but Skovde area. Or can you explain how to look for it?
I have a friend in Skopje that I can talk to, but I'm not in that city currently.
We are in Linköping, is in the southern Sweden. I think this Skövde is northern
It's
side, those cold, very cold side. So this is Amsterdam. So if you want to translate this now, you see these 3 dots by the side. There's a 3 dot by this side. So I'm coming. Wait. Once you click this, it comes with translate all of them, all of them, all of them. So you just click translate. So it translates automatically to English. That has gone again. Okay. Linnaeus. Oh, I have somebody who came from this university.
Come on.
My course is in Cameroon. There's no Cameroon in Amsterdam. I know. We can search. Let's search for you. I have somebody in this university that I met when I went to Gothenburg. Housing agency. Another thing that you can do if you're looking for accommodation, you can email your school. They will give you many recommendations because they did that for me during my own time. Accommodation in nice university.
Okay,
Okay.
karma is okay. It's not very cool.
No, for me, Wait, it's Lions. It's Lina.
Daninius is in. There's one in Vikwa, and there's one in Kalma. I think.
Okay, it's two.
I think it's two.
Oh, okay. And that means they should have this. They should have the same housing agency. I think I saw lnu.se. Another thing you can do is to email your school and ask them for accommodation references. They will send you. During my time, Link Shopping sent me all this expensive school accommodation. They sent me their references and I reached out to them. Any other question? Because this is can a couple with no child use school accommodation? Yes. Yes, you can. You can even stay in corridor room. Though it's not acceptable, but there's Vesjo and Kama, and my course is in Kama. 1 hour between the two, just looking at close area to study.
You can also search Facebook too, but please be very careful.
Yes, so there are scammers
There
on
are
Facebook.
scammers, but that doesn't mean you can't get good ones, because the first accommodation we got here, we even got two choices on Facebook and they were real. So it's just about searching, and if you are not here yet, get somebody that you really trust that can help you actually go there and verify.
Verify. Yeah, that's another tip. Because I know accommodation can be so tricky. Somebody said, how do I go about booking a flight to Sweden? Bishop, kindly help with a guide. Okay. Just buy any flight to Stockholm.
Alanda
Alanda,
Airport.
Stockholm. So from Alanda, Stockholm, you get a train that comes straight down to Linköping. That's how you buy your tickets.
You can download SJ.
Yeah, SJ, yeah.
So that there you will see the train. Just put that from Alanda Airport
To
to
Linköping.
Linköping with Centrum straight.
Please, so it's too. Don't go and fall the same. Me, I fell into the same mistake. Stockholm Central is different from Alanda, Stockholm. So you buy your ticket from Alanda, Stockholm to Linköping Central. Because then we bought Stockholm Central.
You must go to Stockholm. You must carry
Yeah.
load.
That day, if I knew that there was straight train, it was Mr. George that helped us to buy our tickets. Man, it was crazy. So buy Alanda
That's straight
to Linköping
yeah.
to avoid stress. So that's how you can buy. Any other question? When you were lucky down your time, you saw people to tell you.
Yeah, but
It was me and Joshua that told Moji.
Fatima convinced me that we should not buy straight. We should still go to that circumstance.
Oh my goodness. So hey,
God.
that day, I've never been stressed in my life, in the entire way, in all my entire living. I've never been stressed like the day I came into Sweden. I was so stressed, like with all my load. Please, when you are coming, pack food. Don't pack too much clothes.
Yeah, food.
Just pack
and
food.
African food, please.
He said, with my husband need an insurance coverage for visa application, or my insurance as a student will cover for him. Yeah. Your insurance will cover for him. You don't have to show insurance for him. Yours will cover for him. So far it's 2 years. Does health insurance for my school covers my spouse and kids? Yes. You don't, or did you do any extra insurance?
As far as you guys have personal number,
You are free.
You're okay.
You see that your spouse, that your dependent, when that dependent comes into Sweden, that person can go to university and they will not pay tuition fee.
Yeah.
So that's to tell you, the dependents are just flexing, they are enjoying. It's we applicants that used to suffer. We don't want to pay. But that same tuition that your applicant is paying for, you can go to school free. University free of charge for you. So far you have your personal number.
So it's that personal number is very key.
It's key.
And as soon as you land, go straight to the tax office.
And go and register.
To go and register for your personal number.
Yeah. Any other question? We going, we going, we going, we going. You do not even want to say hi. Yeah, come. I know, come and feature. I know that's what you've been waiting for. We going, we
Come and say
going. Come and
hello.
say
Just wanna say
hello.
hello.
Say hello, everyone. Come here. Say hello.
Hello.
Say, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
That's it sounding. Yeah. So, any questions? Should we close the live? Do I have anything to tell you guys that helped me? Do I have anything more to say? Do I have anything more to say? Um,
His airport is closest to Danana.
Please, which airport is closest to Dalana? I think I know this place. Which side is Dalana? Let me
Because
check.
I know some people
Came in
actually
through
yeah,
Copenhagen, yeah.
Copenhagen, yeah.
Dalana. See, this Sweden is big. Sweden population is little, but the country is a very big country.
See,
But they have little.
close my bus to you.
Please tell us more about student jobs
Let
and
me
the
check that
maximum of
Danana.
money we can earn as we are there. Student jobs.
Ah,
It depends on the city.
yeah.
In lean shopping, student jobs that you can get is delivery work, like delivery of newspapers, letters, and maybe cleaning work, cleaning of hotels, right?
Yeah.
Majorly, um, good evening. If a dependent gets a job, can he or she be the main? No. If a dependent gets a job, your dependent cannot be your main applicant. As of today in Sweden, their law might change tomorrow, but as of today, your dependent cannot change their status. They can't be the main applicant. The only reason why they can change their status is they will tell them to go back to Nigeria and receive decision for you to change. So, and you don't want to do that. So far you are the main applicant, you will continue to be the main applicant. The dependent cannot change and be the main applicant, except the dependent goes back to Nigeria to get decision. They will start and they will do the case again. So that's why most people don't want to take that risk. What if you go to Nigeria and they don't give again? So the best is just for you to remain the main applicant. Yeah. So back to student jobs. That's basically what you can get. Delivery, that's the first thing I think you can get. Delivery, Foodora, food deliveries. Sorry, I came late. Please, should I show proof of accommodation in Sweden as part of the resident permit application? No, you don't have to. You don't have to. Then, lastly, what skills can one learn now that is highly needed? I beg.
Go and start learning how to make.
Make hair. No, it depends on the city. You can actually learn a lot of things. Baking.
Yeah, baking.
You can learn baking. You can learn hair. Hair is important too.
Please, if you are
Makeup.
married and you have a female child, please go and register in hairdressing
So that you be the one making the dance.
because you need it sincerely.
Somebody said, or just learn Swedish. Yeah, so Swedish is like, hey, you see your master's diploma that they will give you, your master's certificate. Swedish language and that, they are the same level. If you don't learn that language, yeah, though you can still get a job without the language. But because right now they are even being
more flexible.
They are trying to embrace more because they need experts, they need expertise, and they will say because you cannot speak Swedish, then we will not hire you.
Yeah.
So now they are changing their rules, but most of the employers still require you to speak Swedish to get a job. So back to student jobs. So we have deliveries, like food deliveries, newspaper deliveries, cleaning. What else do students do?
Cleaning, newspaper. Yeah, you said the newspaper. I think those are just the common.
Yeah, and sometimes when you are like an IT expert, you're an advantage. You get a professional job. Don't you please answer this one?
What's the minimum amount should reflect in my proof of statement to cover for my spouse and 2 kids? Okay, this one now for you, your spouse, and two kids. I think it's approximately 218,000 sec.
Please do in naira. That's how much.
Let me check sc.com. This site self would have recognized.
Yeah. So those are the student jobs that you can get. So if you're an IT expert, you will get a job. You might probably get an IT job, remote job, or if you're a writer, like maybe you have a blog, you can get a writing job from all these international and NGOs. You can get that also. And the funniest thing is, if you're an IT expert, you can get job in another country, like maybe in the US and the UK, and you will be in Sweden. You understand? You know, it's
You'll be
remotely
working.
and be working. So, um, please, should we take Stockholm flight to
So
Forever?
that's approximately
10
10
million,
million naira
approximately 10 million to prove fund
for four of
for
you.
four of you. So this person, Orebro, where is Orebro?
Yeah, I think, yeah, because when I the day I flew in, and and I got to Alanda Airport, I had a Nigerian that were also on the same flight, but we didn't know we were on the same flight till we landed,
To
and she
Sweden.
was going to Orebro. So yes, Alanda Airport.
Okay, Alanda, Stockholm.
If you are going to
Malmo.
Orebro, Skövde,
Eh.
I know Skövde, you take a flight to Alanda, then from Alanda you take another flight to Gothenburg.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Is there a way we can get a flight straight in Nigeria that goes to Gothenburg instead of first getting to Stockholm?
I don't know.
Because I know Gothenburg is also an international
Ma-
airport.
maybe that's possible then.
But I do know that if you are going to Malmo, Lund, you can come in through Copenhagen
Copenhagen, yes, those places are
through
close.
Denmark. So once you get to Denmark, you just use a train straight to Malmo, Lund, because they are quite close. That's one I know. But other parts, even if you are going to the northern Sweden, you have to get to
Yeah,
Stockholm
you have to get, because I have friend in Umeå, they get to Alanda
first before you now
before
take a train to
train
where you are
to
going.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so as I was saying, the student jobs, if you're an IT, you can get a job in other country, maybe in Canada, online job, and you'll be in Sweden and be doing your job and normal. You can even use jobs you get in other country to apply for work permit here. Come out as an airport, but don't, if it's directly have to land in Stockholm. I don't know. Anyways, you can actually, yes, you can use flights. This is how it works. There are airports, there are local airports. For example, I have somebody who came in from Nigeria. I was coming to Lynn shopping, and she didn't have to go through Alanda, Stockholm. So she flew to was it Norway or Holland, Netherlands, yeah. So from Netherlands, she flew directly to Lynn shopping airport. So that's another way you can land in other European country. So from that European country, you can now take a local, they will direct you to a local flight that will take you to that local town, Gogo. That's how they route it again. If you don't want to land in Stockholm and you don't want to stress yourself, you can land first in one European country and
country.
then you land in your local airport. They can do that also. It's just that most of the time it can be expensive. That's why people just go to Alanda, Stockholm.
So come straight.
Do you have any question more? Please, which food can we come with that one? How much is required per month for just one person to apply for resident permit? Oh my God, we've been asking this question. Tony, how much
For maintenance requirement.
to apply for? How much is required per month for just one person to apply? Okay, that is like 9,000, roughly 9,500 SEK, and that's like how much in naira? You will now use normal. You will not use SC now. You use that 69.
No, wait. Is it for maintenance? If it's maintenance requirement she's asking for, that means we are using sc.com.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. So that's like 9,500. Just SC. So it's like let's say 430,000 per month naira. 430,000 naira per month for one person. So that's it. And then when one person asks for food, now which food can they bring? I used to sell food, right? Am I right?
But I think they should concentrate more on food, like, because rice is readily available here,
Yes, okay.
spaghetti is readily available here, vegetable oil is readily available here. So I think something like palm oil, crayfish, ogbono, these are our local food.
Dry fish. Not that you can't get those here. You can't get dry fish like Nigeria. You can't get that Nigeria quality. So it's better to just come with it. It will finish, and you will adapt. But
It will finish and you are done.
it will finish. But is it possible to get accommodation within a week after you land instead of securing accommodation beforehand? Hey, we wanna check the accommodation out before paying. Even if you are in Sweden, you don't check accommodation out here.
No,
You just go and take the
our
key.
for like family apartments that we stay in, you check the accommodation. They invite you to check
Check
if you
first,
like
okay.
it. Yeah,
If
but I
it's a
think for
student,
the corridor rooms. But I
just
think if you're a single person, you're a student, definitely the accommodation you get, because I think this person is asking this question because he or she does not want to be cheated, like fall into wrong hands. But if you are
okay.
dealing directly with the company like Amsterdam, you don't need to have
Check.
that
Yeah. The picture
that
is enough. The houses are always neat. If it's that one, it's always neat.
they will clean it for
It's
you.
always clean. Yeah, it's always clean. And I think the best thing is to just get accommodation before
Before
coming.
coming, yeah, because it's not easy. When
It's
you
not easy
have,
to stay inside. Sweden is cold. It's not easy to stay inside cold.
apart from cold, what of those hotel money? The money you used to pay for hotel for one night, we can pay your accommodation in a month. So why would
The
you?
best thing is to. I think that thing saved me. Having an accommodation before coming, it saved me. The day I came into Sweden, let me explain my own experience. So I got to the student who said with that they are administrative because they said there is a temporary accommodation that you can always stay. As an international student, they have this temporary accommodation in school, which is not even free, and I don't even know. It's not free, you have to pay. Only for me to get to school because we got to leave shopping very late and they were like, they've closed, people that are in charge of the housing has closed, and so there's nothing they want to do. There's nothing they want to do. I mean, I have no other hope. And the way they used to do things now, they would just say, "You're sorry, there's nothing we want to do about that." I said, God, where will I sleep? If not for Nigerians that we now saw that they were able to arrange places for us. The following day, I was able to get my key. Imagine if I don't have an accommodation, where will I put my things and all?
Things are the way we used to. You can put your things outside.
Somebody said, can I take antibiotics?
Like when traveling down.
When coming, yeah.
Whatever drug, like we came in with a lot of, and our advice, please, if you are coming, especially if you have kids, even if you don't have kids, please bring medication, malaria medication, antibiotics, because the readily available medication you get here is paracetamol without prescription. Please get it, and when you get it, try as much as possible to hide it in your luggage well. Don't put it where they can easily see it.
Sweden
Maybe if you have Gary, chook it into your
Sweden is kind of different from
they will tell you to go and drink water.
please. Before you even see them, who come?
Exactly.
You know that the UK, all this UK, you can go to the hospital.
In UK too, he said, I have a friend in UK. Said he called there that he said,
Hey, the
that
way you will be sick and you go to the hospital in Nigeria, here is different.
I think it's the Western world. If your case
You
is
will
not
call.
emergency.
One day I said, God would not allow somebody to be sick in this country. See, I'm battling with catarrh and cough now. Go and take paracetamol. That's my. Please, when you're better old enough of catarrh and cough
Medications.
please take that.
Please, if you are coming with kids,
You can't have
like
malaria here now.
Do like you know, there are sometimes you might, because this malaria, the parasite is always, how will I say it? It's always in the blood. Sometimes it hibernates. It might not be that the time you come here is when, I don't know,
the thing will not come out. So you'll be able to treat.
So you can treat it, because they don't have malaria drugs. They don't even know what is called malaria. So please.
But I didn't come with malaria drugs and I've never had malaria. But one thing that I know I've been battling with, right now I'm still battling, is catarrh and cough.
Please Try.
Please, that Qatar come, please
Especially if you
better
are
bring.
coming with kids. Come like you want to come and open a pharmacy here.
Please bring job for your kids too. Ah, that one.
It's very, very
That
key.
one is key. Even if you don't bring for yourself.
You
You
too,
see,
you
even
will need.
with those kids, please bring it for them.
Though with my experience with kids, they don't joke with them, because I can remember when my son was not feeling fine. Immediately we took him to this like health center here. Immediately they referred us to the
I know
hospital that
what
same
I'm
day.
saying is, in Africa we have these people. They like when you are sick, they will not give you drug that will eat that instantly. They will give you drug that it will be healing you gently. Then it's the best. But Africa, we are used to fast things.
Fast,
So if
fast,
your
fast.
child is sick, you can quickly give them maybe Ciprotab, and it
Yeah,
will.
administer
But
those.
here they'll be giving you small, 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 small. Oh my God! See, I beg.
Please just
If
come
you
and
see the
tell.
drug they give me for cough, me that I will use Procode. Is it that you just drink syrup or something, and the thing will go off overnight? You now give me drug for 3 days. I should be using drug for cough. See these people.
They always we've abused drugs in Africa. They always want you
Yeah,
to
but
use.
here they will not give antibiotics. The hospitals will not give antibiotics. No, they are against antibiotics in Sweden. Not that they are against it, but they hardly give antibiotics in Sweden. Yeah, they hardly give.
I will just go over the counter to buy in
Hey,
Nigeria.
they hardly give. Oh. Is apartment on Bostada furnished? It depends on what you want to. There are furnished and unfurnished ones. There are ones you get that are furnished, and there are ones to get that. I'm talking about student apartment or not family apartment.
But if you even in fact on those students booster that if the apartment is not furnished, they will write it for you there. Not furnished, unfurnished.
Yeah.
If it's furnished, they will write it.
Yes, so that's
But
just
most all family apartments is not furnished. You only have what is furnished this with is your cooker. Then you have a cooker. You have your
somebody has
fridge.
Eddie. I can see you. He said carry local herbs is important. It can help before you go to the hospital.
Carry am go.
Please carry. Hey, a lot of things that I regret not bringing.
Carry am
Agbo,
But please, all these things, make sure you hide it very well.
the agbo don't put water yet.
Don't put it.
Don't put water yet. Just bring the agbo dry. You come and put everything here.
Don't put it in a place that maybe
Then they will
your
see.
hand luggage. If you have garri, chook it inside the garri, chook it inside.
Inside. Toyin,
Sugar.
Nigerian immigration is looking at you. How you are saying put it inside? Come inside, Gary. Oh my goodness. But when you're packaging liquid, package it well so it doesn't spill. Because it's when it spill that it gets that and there's a problem.
Like tips for bringing in your palm oil now. Freeze it for some days. Freeze it for some days so it's in frozen form, wrapped with multiple newspaper and all that so that it doesn't
Yes.
spill.
And even maybe plastic bags. So it doesn't spill. Me, I didn't bring everything because I was scared. A guy told me that he packed palm oil and then he has checked in and it was already inside the flight, and they just came and flagged down the flight and they announced his name. That who is this also person? Like how they do people who carry, and he said he was scared. That, what did I do? They came with security. Oh. So he said he came down and he said he was so scared. That what did he do? When he now got to this all this NDLEA stuff, they now asked him. He saw his box and I asked him, who is the owner of this box? He said he saw his box and was like, yes, it's for me. It's for me. He said he has thought about 1,000 things that could be wrong. They literally came to flag down the flight. So he said he now said, yes, this is my box. And they now said, did you put anything liquid in this box? He now said yes. He now saw that the palm oil has spilled. That was how it was God that saved him now. The flight almost left him. The guy was so be careful when you wrap it well. This person said, I'm still waiting for my admission. In fact, I'll be having an interview with the school next week. Can I start searching for accommodation now? Please reach website. It depends, I think.
But I would advise once you even say I want to come and study in Sweden, just go and start looking for accommodation, because some of these houses, it comes with points. Just start gaining points now, because you are not required to pay when you are searching like these housing companies. You are not required to pay anything, so you can just register and all that. So I don't think it's an issue. You can look for accommodation.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's and when you're coming, I think people should be careful of load also, because abroad is different. You know, in Nigeria, let me use Nigeria for example. In Nigeria, when you travel and you have plenty load, when you get to the park, all these bus
We
drivers will
help
help you
you.
carry. Hey,
Yeah.
if you get here,
Hello?
no one will help you with your load though. And that Alanda Stockholm, you see how you'll be climbing lifts, escalator, you'll be hey,
I can remember during my own time.
park wisely. Oh.
So when I parked close, so that I got to this shopping research hub, one young white kid was looking at me that, where is this lady coming
Coming
with this
from
load? The father now told him that she's a student.
one thing is in Stockholm, I noticed that they are kind of nice. That was my first impression about them. They are kind of nice. A man offered to help me because my load was so plenty and my big box, they can literally put human being in that box. And the man said, "Do you need help?" I said, "Yes, I need help." So the man helped me. The moment the man dragged that box, I said, "Wow, you must be a strong lady to carry."
You
Oh,
don't know this way.
I nearly died on this day. Hey. So if your kids' school is Stockholm city center and you're moving to the suburbs, are you going to still keep them in a queue for a school in the new location?
Yeah, once you are moving to another place, you need to put them in queue
Again, for that new
for that new
place.
place. But it depends. It might not take time, because they always look at the number of people that should be in a class and all that. So it might not take time. It might not take a whole lot of time. So yeah, it might not take, but yes, you have to be on queue, because the queue you are, like we're in lane shopping now, the queue my kids are recognized for is for lane shopping, not for Malmo, not for
But
Scope Day. So if I'm going to Scope Day now, I need to
he said,
register them.
"Hello, I got admission at Gave University. It's a week plus now, but I haven't gotten invoice."
To pay tuition.
How do they send invoice?
Like I don't think it's all schools that send invoice for the, like for lane shopping now. For the new student now, they are not going to get an invoice like the old students get an invoice. That is an enclosed document showing what you are to pay. But for the new student now, they just get a mail
Okay.
with the
Bank,
with the
bank.
bank details.
Okay,
So I
that's so.
think you should contact his school to,
Ask for the invoice.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are dependent of five too much to come with? No,
As
provided
far as
you
you
can
can provide.
provide proof of funds. No, it's not too much. It's not too much. Any other question? Question. What else can I tell you guys? Mm, just pack wisely when you're coming. I hate to say don't pack this, don't pack this. Just pack wisely. Something that you can carry. Anyway, you can always get a cart at the airport you can put on your load.
Yeah, you can get, but
Yes,
those travel within.
It's big airports. It's not local airports. Okay, said okay, thanks. They are big airports and not local airports, so it's nice to park wisely when coming. Hey, especially if you are going to take train. Ah, my experience when I wanted to enter train in Stockholm.
And those train, they don't wait.
Train don't wait. Ah, before you drag all your load, please park well. Before you drag all your load, train will just leave somebody behind. But I saw somebody who helped me. A lady helped me.
You'll be packing load like.
So it's that was like the experience I had. Please, I'm looking to move to your shopping Sweden in August with my partner. I can't use my school's accommodation because I am moving with my partner. Please, I need genuine accommodation links for your shopping.
I think we saw him starting on your shopping that time.
Please, Amsterdam. Go to Amsterdam.
And register.
Amsterdam, you can go with Amsterdam. Meanwhile, when you meet student accommodation, there are some student accommodation that accommodate you and your partner. Is 2 rooms,
Yeah, children.
Your kitchen, your toilet and bath together. So student accommodation that you can get with your partner are available also. It's different from the corridor room.
Yeah.
So you can get that for your partner and maybe one kid.
Mm-hmm.
Any other question? Are you tired?
No.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it.
Thank you. More questions. We need more questions. More question. Let's see.
Sorry.
Another tip I would like to mention is if you get into Sweden and you are fortunate to like um uh, can you spell the website for the accommodations? I don't show it like, I don't think can I write on this? Um I don't think I can right now. I would have said I should reply you. But let me just open it here. Starting. But Amsterdam sometimes too, they don't have apartments when too much people has. Please, I noticed that Amsterdam does not offer
I just saw
accommodations
it
for your
now.
shopping.
Maybe they don't have free accommodations now, but I just saw it.
But we saw it now.
Maybe they don't have Amsterdam your shopping.
They do have. See, let me show. This is Amsterdam website
For your shopping.
for your shopping. So you check. There's somewhere you can type your shopping. It will bring it out. So this is your shopping. So it's there. Where did they transfer this guy to? This is our landlord.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
I think it's Gothenburg.
Okay, Gutenberg. Okay. After said, I should have maybe given them Emmanuel's email. Which airport is closest to the northern part of Sweden? Is this you have to use the? It depends. They have, like I've explained, they have local airports, and I know northern Sweden have their own local airports too. But to make it simple, come through Stockholm Arlanda. So once you get to Stockholm Arlanda, then you can pick another flight from Stockholm Arlanda to the local airport. You get a train that takes you there. Please, I need contact anyone admitted to give. I have no contact of anyone admitted
I don't
to
know.
give. Oh, is it give or Yavle? Sorry, Yavle. They call it
Yeah,
Yavle.
yes, yeah.
Yavle.
G.
Yeah, I have no contact. Yes, I wanted to say something. If you are so privileged that when you get into Sweden, you get like okay. I choose a 1 year program which was granted. So within a year, I will have to get a job, right? Or start a business to most likely remain. Yes. Yes, this is like you're updated. Yes, that's just the route. Get a job. That's what I'm about to even say that once you get into Sweden, you're so opportune to like get a job instantly that gives you maybe a work
Work and
contract. You that you're a fee paying student is an advantage for you because once you get your work contract, you can change your student status to a working status. So once you change your student status, then you won't have to pay for tuition fee anymore. So that's the advantage.
I'm still trying to search for that.
Your shopping, okay. And the other question.
So on your shopping, but it's 3 rooms.
Yeah, there are rooms. We are
And
seeing
also
rooms here.
another thing, if you know, like you, if it's 3 rooms available, you guys can get it. Then you share.
Share, yeah. You can share. That's another option. If you get a 3 room, you can do for people. You put in people there
And you share.
you share. For sometimes that can also be cheaper also compared to when you get a corridor room.
Corridor.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Thank you. Should we call it a day? Any advice for a 20-year-old coming to Sweden? Any advice for a 20-year-old coming to Sweden for a 3-year business BSc? 20-year-old. 20-year-old in Sweden is an adult. Yeah, you have no problem. There's no advice, just no. My advice is just because there's a way there's a way it's built that sometimes you at the end you try to, like, if not for maybe if you're like a Christian and those values, it has a way of drawing you, and then you just go and do what you're not supposed to be doing. Just know what you just just know where you're coming from and know what you brought into the country, and just play safe. Just be careful. That's what I would just say. Hi, thanks for this. Please, how is work opportunity in Uppsala? I got admitted for an MSc in applied biotechnology. Uppsala is a big city also. You can get work. Everywhere you can get work. It depends. Okay, that one. What are those things we can do to improve our chances of getting a job as a student? Learn Swedish.
Learn Swedish. Be more social,
Learn
especially.
Swedish. My spouse is not coming with me, but we come after a few months. Did I need to add our own proof of fund in mine when I apply? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you have to. That yes, you have to apply our own proof of funds for her to get the resident permit. What were we saying before that question came in? Oh, I forgot.
I forgot. So increase.
Yeah, I think we're talking about. We left again.
What will increase my chances?
Yes, learn Swedish. Once you learn Swedish in this country, you'll get a job. That one is sure.
Yeah, very sure.
It's sure.
Then try as much as when you come, though the weather will encourage you to stick more to your room, but try to be more social, interact with people.
Please, how soon can a spouse dependent get a job, and is it possible to start looking for jobs before going? Yes, I've seen people migrate to Sweden through jobs. Yes, you can start searching for jobs.
Yeah.
We can start searching. And another thing that can help you is once you come into Sweden, don't just stay in your room. Socialize with people, because if you don't socialize with people, how will you get opportunities? Information now. Sweden, their jobs is referral. People will refer you to somebody. So that's how you quickly get. Like, how many months can she come after I get to Sweden? Though I'm coming with my 2 kids. Just before the permit expires, they can decide to come anytime.
Then I want to add something to this person that spoke. If I understand the comment well, you want to come with your 2 kids without your wife coming. See, the truth is that you're coming, you are the student, right? It will be very, very tough on you. It's not possible. It's possible, but it might drain you. That's the truth.
How will you even do it?
Because the truth is that you'll be picking, like, sometimes I'm still in school, like, fine, they give you the grace of saying you want to come to pick your children within maybe after within till 6 o'clock. But sometimes you're just tired from school. Sometimes I'm leaving school, I'm tired. I just have to call my husband that, please, can you pick the kids? And you want to walk. How do you want to do it? I would advise you to please come with your wife. You can. There are sometimes I want to study. My husband has gone to work. The kids cannot even allow me to study.
Yeah. Hey.
You can imagine if my husband was not with me. Here. How do I study? How do I work with 2 kids? My God, it will be so stressful. Please come with your wife. Both of you should share the stress. As they are giving your wife, then they be giving. Even sometimes.
And the way they built the educational system here, you cannot lag. You will always have to choose the education before
Yes.
anything.
Sometimes
They are
even
not there to monitor
tell
you,
you.
but the way they've structured it, you have to pick them first.
I could remember a course that I was doing, though we were not having classes, but the structure just for group meeting that you need to do from 8 to 5 p.m.
Yes, that you just have to.
How do you want to
There's no
do
how
it?
you cannot cheat them. You cannot cheat their education system. Sweden will not tell you like other country like you can only work 20 hours per week. They will not tell you that. You yourself, no one will tell you. The way they've structured it, they don't have to tell you.
That
You just find yourself
guy.
automatically. You just find yourself not working beyond what you're supposed to do.
Please come with your wife. The earlier she comes,
The
the better
better.
for the
The
better she
better.
start looking for the earlier she start looking for job. Then
Because it's a lot. We pay house rent. How do you want to
how do you
juggle
want to
without
juggle?
help? Yeah,
And I
it's
don't know how old the kids are. Like my
yeah.
kids that is that she's going to be 7 this year. For the kids that are between 1 to 5, you have a grace period. You can drop them in school anytime. There's no
Between 4 to
late
5.
coming. Between 8 to 4, there's
8
no
to
late
4.
coming. But for my kid she's 7,
Yeah.
that she's already in the first scholar, our resumption time is 8:15. There was a day we got to the school before 8:15, but before she removed winter jacket,
Yeah.
before she strode into class, it was maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes past 8:15. And the next mail me and my husband got was, Bagam, your child is absent from school today, because once they are late,
They're absent.
once they go late to class, they declare them absent. When I received that mail, I was scared. I now talked to another parent that had a child in the same school. That, please, have you ever received this mail? He said yes. That's the mail they send when that child comes late, irrespective of if the child is 1 minute late. How do you want to do it?
Wow. So you need help.
You need help.
And this person said, "Can I bring a partner even when I'm
Maybe
when
cohabiting
when
partner.
not?" Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
So far, you can prove that you people has been together. Thanks. The issue is I'm planning coming with the kids by July, but she will come before school resume by September because of her passport renewal. My kids are 8 years and 4 years old.
Wait, let me understand this question. Number 1, when is our passport expiring? Because the truth is, migration, when you apply, migration cannot give you a residence permit that exceeds the expiration of your passport.
Yeah.
So if your wife's passport is expiring before September, that means they cannot even issue her at all.
Yeah.
They will not issue her at all. That means that it's until you come into your own case is approved. Maybe now you will apply with only the kids. Your own case is approved. You now move into Sweden. Then you now need to apply for her when you are in Sweden, which they might not answer you till that residence permit expires, and you need to apply for an extension after 1 year.
Yeah.
So I think try as much as possible for your wife to get
Another thing is, if it's a student permit, because this person is saying July, you cannot get permit from July. Student permit starts from August.
Yeah.
You cannot leave, even if you get your permit in July, you cannot use that permit to travel until that date. I think mine started from August.
Date is on the issue date, because there will be issue date.
You cannot travel before your issue date. You will not. You cannot leave.
I think the best thing I will advise this person is, let the wife. I know that there are people that have legs. Let me put it that way. In immigration offices.
Yeah.
There are some immigration offices, places that you can go. You can get your passport within a week or 2 weeks.
Apply now.
Please go and do that.
Please do your passport. That one is another important
because they won't give your wife the residence permit. They won't.
They will not reject only her.
They will not reject only her, give you and the 2 kids, and you will now come here and you will now apply. And they will not be saying, no, wait till when you want to extend after a year. No.
That's stressful. It's stressful, honestly. For me, I'm speaking from experience. For now, I'm on that table now. I'm applying for, I'm coming. Do I need accommodation before I put my children in queue for school?
Does this person mean when you get here? Definitely when the person gets here, you already have an accommodation,
because of course you are sleeping somewhere.
So even if it's an accommodation that you are sharing with someone, like when we came and we registered the kid, the accommodation we had, we were sharing with someone. So we just put that person's accommodation. I said accommodation
Address.
address.
Okay. Yeah, from Nigeria. So the best thing is just to do your passport and.
From Nigeria. Whose accommodation do you want to put? Okay. Person has been
Okay,
chatted
I
with me.
deleted it. Okay, this person says, please, I'm in Turkey, but my husband is in Nigeria, and I want us to apply together. Can I apply from Turkey and you apply from Nigeria? The thing is, once you are doing your application, it's one application. So it's either you apply from Turkey and the guy applies, or the guy applies in Nigeria. So it's one, you don't apply for husband separately and apply.
Okay.
All your application is one.
Yeah, because there's a when you are applying, you will see a place. Are you married?
Yes.
And you had them.
So that's.
But where I'm having the issue now is if the husband is in Turkey, when it's time for biometrics,
How
maybe
do
the
they do
husband
it?
will need to fly to, depending
Turkey.
on where
Yeah.
they did the application.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. That's another thing, because last year I have a girl who, she's a Ghanaian, and she was, as at that time she was in Kenya, so she had to fly back to Abuja to do her biometrics. Yeah, you can actually apply from anywhere, but those biometrics and maybe interview. How do you guys come together? Is it that maybe you go to Nigeria to meet the person, or so it's so that can decide that one.
Yeah.
Any other question? What's the time? Once it's 10 o'clock, we are going to leave the live. Please, is there a time to which one can change from student to work status? Like, must one finish one semester? Oh yeah, that's what I did not mention. Once you're done with 30 credits, and that's like, is that first semester?
It depends on the course, I think.
Oh yeah, it's first semester. 30 credits is first semester. Yes, once you're done with first semester, you can apply for work status. Okay, thanks. If our passport is ready by June ending, can you still meet up for the application of resident permit to come along with me? Hey,
This is a dusty situation.
please quickly go and apply now.
But
We
I
are still
think
in April now.
I think if you apply now, because see, it depends. Just as we mentioned earlier, applications submitted in June, these people are
It's
on
risk,
summer,
yeah.
is risky. And I don't know if we tell you, okay, if we advise you that you should upload that application, the
Passport.
passport now, you should use it to apply now, then what if by June they've replied you that she's to get the new one and so I think it's better. And there's still time. This is April.
You
Maybe
can
you should talk, because I know of some people that they used to say, oh, it's faster in this state, it's faster. Like, I know the pressure in Abeokuta is not as much as the pressure in Lagos. The pressure in Ibadan is not as much as. So just try those regions and just try.
That passport thing can,
Yeah.
It's really challenging, I know.
But I know I've seen people in the group that say, oh, it's faster in regions like this.
Even my own, I don't know. Okay, I applied my own way earlier, even before, like maybe 6 months before it expires. Because I remember my husband was telling me then that go and renew your passport. I was even telling him that my passport still has 6 months. I said, go and renew it. I don't know. I was still doing every day. Kept on mentioning this. Okay, one day to avoid this problem, let me go and renew. And it really worked for me that it came out before. If I had not renewed my passport, then it would have affected my SI scholarship, because to get the passport out as at that time I applied.
Try Ilomi immigration. Try.
You could go to Ondo State, Ekiti State. Actually, Ekiti State, Ado Ekiti. You can go there too. In Nigeria, you can get your passport in one day. It's just that you will pay more. Now,
this thing is, see, it depends on leg. That's just it.
It says, as I'm working here paying tax, can I also enjoy free tuition for my masters after, let's say, 2 years?
As I'm working here.
Yes. Oh, Eddie, I know. As you're working, yes, you can. You don't have to pay money for masters. It's free.
It's free. Enjoy your tax.
How is Stockholm? I hope you enjoy Stockholm. Okay, she said her passport will expire by August and she's not in Nigeria. she's in Kuwait and there's no Nigerian embassy and it's me ending. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be too nosy, but for the purpose of this, can she travel outside like Kuwait to any other? Because I know when embassies like in Sweden now, there's no embassy in Finland, there's no Nigerian embassy in Finland.
So they come
So
here.
Finland people come here to renew. So maybe she can look for. They always have like a neighboring country within that region. So and I think it will be faster since she's even after outside Nigeria that she can. She can.
It said yes, sunny, but still cold. Yes, that's Sweden's cold. That's Sweden's sun. You will see sun, but it won't get here. It will be so cold. Yeah. But are you coping with the cold? He's a Ghanaian. He just migrated into Sweden.
Oh,
He came through work permit.
Nice.
Got a job. Yeah.
Please excuse me.
Okay. Please, I submitted my application for my student resident permit with my accompanying partner in April 5th, 2023. Oh, wait. So we have gotten our submission email and control numbers, but nothing yet. See, you will chill. Tony, please read this.
I submitted my application with my accompaniment in April 2023. Please, just
You will chill. You just start now, April.
but
you
but they should answer you.
They will quickly answer
Yeah.
you. They will quickly answer you. You know, for any visa to be on the passport must be 6 months valid, but it's less than 6 months now. The thing is, Sweden will not give you visa. It's resident permit they issue.
Yeah.
They don't issue visa on your passport. They give you resident permit. I don't have mine here. I would have showed you how it looks
They give you like it's just like a plastic ID card, like a driver's license.
Yeah.
That's
like
how
plastic.
it is.
It's just plastic. So that's it's just plastic like this, and
So they don't stamp your passport.
they don't give you visa.
So yeah.
Because I remember, and another thing I need to mention is anybody can fall victim of this. Once Sweden gives you your resident permit, there's this envelope that comes with it. Please don't throw that envelope away. The day I was leaving Nigeria, I almost threw that envelope away that is not useful. So far, I've removed my resident permit. I don't need you. I don't know why I kept it. So the day I was leaving, the migrations, when I gave them my passport, they were now checking my passport. There was no visa. So they're like, how come? How come you have a resident permit without visa? That's not possible. Where's my stamping? It looks so strange. At first I don't understand what they were saying. I said, I don't understand. They said there should be a visa on your passport. I said, this is what Sweden gave me. This is what Sweden. Then I said, how did I get the resident? They thought it was fake. How did you get the resident permit? I said they sent it for me from Sweden. It's okay. Can we see the package that they used to send it? And I had to go and look for that thing. And I showed them. They now checked it. I said, okay. That's when they now stamped my passport.
I think people really had issues with that thing.
People that went during COVID-19, that Nigeria airport was not working when there was lockdown. They went to Benin Republic now. They didn't allow them go because of this resident permit. Because they were like, how will you have resident permits without visa? They didn't allow them to go now. They had to after many, how African can be now. This one is, please, my passport will expire next year March, but by then hopefully I'll be in Sweden. Can I renew it in Sweden? Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You can renew it in Stockholm.
There's Nigeria embassy.
There's Nigeria. Hello, please. If you get work status in second semester, does it start counting towards PR? Yes, it start counting. For now, because Sweden changes rules every time, but for now it start counting. This one said, can you pronounce your shopping? It sounds shopping. Yeah, yon shopping. You see that K? It's not yon copy.
Yeah, shh.
That was
J
coming.
is ye.
Is ye like
Their J is pronounced as Y.
so? It's yon shopping.
Yum shopping.
Lean shopping too is that K and O with double, so it's lean shopping.
Not lean
Yon
coping.
shopping. It's not lean coping. The day I came, I said, please, we are going to lean coping. They were
They will do that.
They were like, lean coping. They don't understand.
Johnny just come.
We don't show them. I said, oh, lean shopping. Then they would go, lean shopping. I said, yes, lean shopping. So it's yon shopping.
Even
Yon
Vashjo is
shopping.
not Vashjo, it's Veko.
I don't understand.
I'm hearing that for the first time. First Joe, somebody said, please please, how possible is it to still get admitted to lane shopping or oops Salah after being kept in the waiting list? That I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Do you know? Does my partner's work time in Sweden count towards our PR like mine plus ours? No.
No,
It's
it's you.
yours. Only yours.
Made
Male
applicant.
applicant. Only you count. And your spouse cannot, your dependent cannot change their status from being a dependent to main applicant, except the person go back to their country.
To
That's
receive
only
decision.
to receive
Like
decision.
if the dependents, maybe when you move here now and the dependents now get a job, that they can apply for work permits for the person. So you guys will need to go back to your home country
Not you guys, the dependent.
to wait for anyway that one safe. I don't.
The dependent will need to go back.
Because
Not
when
me.
migration told us anyway, I don't know if it was all or because we.
Okay, you asked.
We asked migration because
Then
my
I said you have
husband
to go back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
These people.
Because they would your case officer will ask for an exit letter. So that exit letter is what you get when you are leaving. Is that exit?
What if you get that? What if you show them exit letter? You travel to Nigeria and then come in.
How would you come
with your
in?
resident permit?
The permit has expired now.
No, let's say before your permit expires.
No. Do they even answer that? There are people that their forms for permit, they will make sure that it expires. They will make sure it's expired.
I feel like there's always.
Yeah, bro. I know a colleague that they escaped this. It was during the COVID period. So when they told them, it was he and his wife. The wife was the student. He was the dependent. So when the company gave him a work permit, they asked them to leave. But it was during COVID where all the countries were doing lockdown. So he told his case officer that my country is on lockdown. They are not allowing people. So that was
what kept them to wait. Wow. So they were able to change it.
They changed. The guy is now the main applicant. The lady even stopped schooling. She's in stock of working.
Yeah, once you people change your status to working status, you won't pay school fee again because your taxes is now working on that. Can one get a flight straight to lane shopping?
A straight flight? No.
You can't get
You have to break.
You have to break your trip. But you can get a flight to lane shopping, but not a straight flight to lane shopping. But why take flight when you can take a train? Train is cheaper.
It's cheaper, and it will be like you're inside. Their trains is like you're
inside the
plane.
So me, I don't even really like plane because by the time it's elevating to some point, or maybe it's trying to land, the way my hair used to do, my hair would not block as if that's why I dislike flight too. That's why I do that thing. That used to affect my hair. There was one day I was traveling to, was it Belgium? And I think we had a lot of turbulence and the plane was not at that level where the hair used to. It now look as if my hair wants to. I was shouting, "Can you please land this plane?"
Sissy person, how many months was the passport?
They say, how many months? How many months must the passport be valid to apply for the resident permit? For the duration you're applying for. Yeah, if you're applying for 1 year, let's say at least more than 1 year, maybe 1 year and some months.
Because I know I had a case of a friend. She got admitted into these pilot universities where they give
2 years.
2 years. But the husband's passport was expiring after 1 year.
Oh, okay.
So they had to do proof of funds.
For just 1 year.
They couldn't give them 2 years. They did 2 years application, but because their main the dependent was expiring a year, they couldn't give them 2 straight years.
So can your dependent be allowed work immediately you get to Sweden? That is after getting a personal number. Yes.
Please start working though.
Yes, nothing is stopping you. Your dependent is just like you. The only thing is just that the document is different.
Yeah.
That's just the documentation is different. That one is dependent and you're the main applicant. That's just the name is the difference. Every benefit, everything is still the same.
The same, yeah.
What's the time? Once it's 10 o'clock, we are going to go. Hey, This is past 10, my God.
Person.
Yeah, I think we need to close now. I think we've tried our best. And if you still have questions, maybe you came late, you can watch this video again. I'm sure that you get your answer from this video. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
Please, I'll ask this one. What was this one? Please, based on the work contract, can it be any job at all? Or must it be linked to my program? I mean, for change of status. Any job that gives you work contract,
Any
that
job.
pays
The
the minimum wage
as of now,
as at today, which is like
13.5.
13.5. So you're good to go. No, as a single person, 13.5. Okay, yeah. Can you change status if you have family? With that 13.5 carry,
In that case, the way somebody explained to me, maybe you are earning 13.5, like, so when you want to apply for work permits, what they do is they minus the first, because if you're applying for work permit, you must be staying in your own, in an apartment. So they minus your house rent from that 13.5. What remains is not even enough maintenance requirement for only you. So that means you need to provide proof
For
of funds.
funds for okay. So I've been admitted to a 2-year master's program, but my passport expires in 2024. Will it be a problem? That's next year. I know. 2 years masters.
When is your passport expiring?
Said 2 years. 2024.
Like the months.
The month. If it's 1 year, if it still remain 1 year, then you have to apply for 1 year permit. So when you get into Sweden, then you renew your passport in Sweden.
And then I think if it's not, if the school you got admitted is not this pilot university that gives 2 years, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I think even the pilot university said you have option to say I don't want
What
to.
to?
It's
Yeah,
one that I want.
yeah.
If you know you don't have proof of funds for 2 years and you are in the pilot universities, you can tell them that it's 1 year you want, so that you can do 1 year at a time.
Yeah.
That one will save you a lot of headache. And I saw a question that say, can you apply first before your dependent? Do you get that question?
Like, can you apply for only you first?
Before your dependent?
Yes, that means it's only you they will give residence permits.
Yeah, it's only you. And once you come into Sweden without them,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. It takes time.
It's not easy.
These people, they know how to take your time.
It's not easy. If you are married, it's better. You know that you are coming here to face it together. Yeah. Because the sincere truth is, it's not easy. You have someone's shoulder to cry on. So just come. If you are single too, God will create a way. But it's if you are married, if you have a dependent, it's just better.
Yeah. So I have to stop this now. We've really taken much of my friend's time.
Oh,
thank
it's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have to say thank you to her.
Thank you.
Thank you. Instagram, and if you still have questions, she came with her family, and she knows a lot. If you are a fee-paying student, please bombard her DM
with questions.
With questions. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I won't be asking any question again because our time is past, but this is past 10 here. So we need to go to bed and all. So thank you so much. Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.